Greetings. Here's a little intro to reflexive pronouns. Let's say we have a sentence. Let's call it sentence number 1. Narcissus narcissum amat. And yes, I'm thinking of the mythological figure who loves himself. If we want to say Narcissus loves himself instead of Narcissus loves Narcissus, because it's tedious to say Narcissus, 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 or Narcissus, Narcissum, or whatever in Latin, you can just say. Narcissus se amat. This se is, you use se when you have the grammatical subject of the sentence, third person, and you want to repeat it later in the sentence, but as the accusative. Okay. And just to show you what it would look like when it's not reflexive, look at this following sentence, which we're going to call number 2. If you're saying Narcissus loves him, but it's not referring back to Narcissus, it's referring to some other third party, let's say Mercury. Let's say, he's a clever god, maybe Mercury tricked him into loving him somehow, I don't know. Narcissus eum amat. Okay, that's when it's referring to someone who's not the subject, some third party. Okay, what does it look like in the dative? Narcissus narcisso crustulum dat. Narcissus gives Narcissus a cookie. Narcissus Sibi crustulum dat. So Sibi, that's the dative. And once again, it refers back to the subject. It's when you repeat the subject elsewhere in the sentence in the dative. And the second sentence here is Narcissus gives him a cookie, but this is a third party, not the subject. Narcissus gives, someone else. Mercury. Pretend that's a little picture of Mercury with his winged cap. That's a horrible picture. Okay, moving on. Okay, did I explain this sentence yet? I'm not sure I clicked the right button. Anyway, Narcissus amore narcissi superatur. Narcissus is overcome by love of Narcissus. Narcissi is the genitive. Narcissus amore sui superatur. And again, this is, sui is referring back to the subject. Narcissus is overcome by love of Narcissus. And I'm using the objective genitive here. In Latin, this is when he's the object of the love. And that's because you don't use the reflexive pronoun to express possession. We have a separate adjective for that. Now, for the sake of completeness or contrast or whatever, I'm going to do the Mercury sentence. Narcissus amore Mercurii, Narcissus amore eius superatur. This is when the pronoun's referring to some third party who is not the subject. Okay, here's Narcissus Carmen de Narcisso scribit. Narcissus writes a poem or writes a song about Narcissus. Same drill. Okay, here we go. Narcissus Carmen de se scribit. This is the ablative. Okay, this is the ablative of the reflexive pronoun. Yes, it looks like the accusative. That's fine. You can handle that. Okay, and let's see what it looks like if you're referring to a third party. Narcissus Carmen de eo scribit. Okay. Now, that's it. Blank sui sibi se. These are the forms of the reflexive pronoun for third person, and they are applicable to all genders and numbers. So, the important thing is that they refer back to the third person subject. So no matter what your third person subject is, whether it's, say, masculine singular, Narcissus loves himself, Narcissus se amat, Or say, feminine singular, niobe, say amat. Or say plural, omnes homines, masculine or feminine, plural. Well, homines is masculine, so this is masculine plural. Omnes homines, say amant, all people love themselves. It's say, if it's in the accusative. And same goes for all the other cases too. So that's that. Walete.